Hello, this is Annie Carolina and welcome to this video where I'm going to share my autumn favorites, my fall favorites. I like both words, fall or autumn. It is definitely autumn here where I am now, and I've been watching a lot of YouTube favorite videos and I thought I want to make one of my own. So in between the readings I might pop in once in a while with a cup of tea. I hope that you have something delicious to drink. Mine is kind of cold now, but doesn't matter because I have a lot I want to share with you. This is the kind of video to tell you about the things that inspire me, that support me on my journey in life, because life is a journey and it's not a journey with a destination. The saying is life is a journey, not a destination, but I like to say that life's a journey without a destination, because when we reach the end of this life, we will go on somewhere else in spirit. So my journey is supported by a lot of things. Some of them are free, some of them cost something. They all bring me joy. They all lift me up, and I want to share them with you. And when I pulled together all of the things, I was like, this is gonna be quite the video. So don't expect once a month that I will do this, but maybe once every season. So let's go. Very important. I want this to be a thing that is not just me talking to you. So if you have anything that inspires you, maybe you even made a video like this or a blog post or whatever, or you just want to mention some things that inspire you, that uplift you, that heal you, please leave a comment down below. I want to hear from you. I want to know what inspires and uplifts you. And everything that I share with you, I will put into a blog post, and I will link to that blog post so that you can find everything that I mention. So you don't need to take notes or anything. I make it sound like I have like a ton of things to show you. Maybe it will go quicker than I'm imagining. So that's what I wanted to say. Let's have a chit chat in the comments. I'm just gonna pull my hair back because it is actually quite warm. It's quite warm. It's a autumny day, lots of wind, but it's actually not very cold. So of course I have totally dressed wrong, so I'm now kind of hot. Hot and bothered. But anyway, let's get going. I have written down everything I want to share with you, so as you can see that it's quite extensive. So let's get going. So why not start with my favorite YouTubers? And again, you can find them by clicking the post below, and I will link to them. I adore Nicholas from, what's it called? Intuitive Tarot by Nicholas. I am very much drawn at the moment to tarot readers, which is so amazing because for the longest time I've bypassed tarot. I'm like, I don't get it. The pictures, they don't speak to me. I don't get the system. But more and more I'm being pulled to watch videos with readers. Just gonna have a cup of tea. By the way, I am drinking today organic green tea with jasmine, and it's half cold. Speaking of favorite things, look at this mug. These were a Christmas present. We have, this is Royal, it is Royal Copenhagen, yeah, just checking. Royal Copenhagen. And my husband has the old ones. He inherited them from his grandmother, the old ones, and they're like tiny blue flowers. But then they made these updated modern versions called Mega Musel. So I adore them. They have the perfect size. They are good to hold. They're just perfect in every way. Not too heavy, not too light. So, Nicholas, I adore him. He was one of the people I donated to this month because I don't know if you know, maybe you know that and feel that way when you look at some of my readings or other people's readings, but sometimes it's like that reading was just for you. I mean, it was so personal, it was so spot on that you don't need to book a personal reading. So I like to, if I have some change, I like to keep it going. If people donate to me, I donate it to others so that we support each other in this community of spiritual people, spiritual practicing people. I don't know how to call it. People that like to practice our spirituality. I'm just gonna see if I can. I have something in my neck. Don't you know that feeling? Well, anyway, Intuitive Tarot by Nicholas. He is the warmest. Sorry if I ramble. That's, you know, that's just how it's gonna be. I haven't done this kind of video before, so I'm just trying to find my my style. He is the warmest person. He is the he's always spot on, always, and I like the way he does it. And he's got, I don't know if he uses his computer or what he does, but he flips the screen so you can watch him and then you can watch the cards. And I like that. I wish I knew how to do that so that I could show you the cards on the table. But I can't with my setup, unfortunately. But I like him a lot. So go check him out. Another reader I love watching on YouTube, which is more oracle cards. I don't know if she uses tarot, I can't remember. And she does both monthly and weekly videos. I don't know how she does it. I mean, she is busy. Is Fairy Guidance 222. And I love her. She's kind of sassy and kind of yeah, doesn't mince her words, and I love her interpretations. I love hearing her read the cards. I'm always now this is annoying me. I'm always you know, when I get a notification, I'm always like, yeah, I'm gonna watch that now, can't wait till later. So Fairy Guidance 222, and her name is Chelsea Kaylin or Caitlin, I'm not sure. Chelsea from Fairy Guidance 222. Another and the last reader I'm going to point you to this month, and please do leave your favorite readers in the comments below. I really want to see who you are interested in. And actually it's not so much her readings, that it's her other videos that I love and adore. It's Imogen Walters, and I just want to, and she's the one who inspired me to do this video with my teacup, because I love watching her videos. So go check her out. She's got a lot of amazing videos. Both readings, spiritual stuff. She does a lot of different things. She does oracle deck reviews. She does videos like these. Readings, of course, where she shows you a spread. She does chit chat videos. She does I want to say something profound now, I'm losing it. She does videos about, she's diving into right now at this moment in time, she's diving into, and it's October 2016 if you watch this later, she's diving into ancestry and tarot. I love that. Again, a tarot reader. What's up with that tarot and me? So go to Imogen Walters if you are curious. I will leave the link in the blog post down below. So, time to show you stuff. I'm going to start with oracle cards. Why not oracle cards? That's what we are doing most of in my channel. So I'm gonna start with this one. You've seen me use Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid in the October readings, and I love these, but they're so hard. It's like the more I use them, the more challenging I find them. I don't know. They're very pretty. And they can be read, as you can see, either way. You can't see on the back side which is which. So I'm just going to show you a couple. Let's see if I can find some that are not reversed. Just gonna show you. They're so pretty, but they're sometimes they're hard because I tend to pull the same cards, and then sometimes I come across a card I have never seen before. I'm like, oh, what's that? And also because they have, I'll show you the guidebook. I'll show you the guidebook in a minute before I drop these cards on the floor. In the guidebook, which is here, in the guidebook you can see for each card there's meanings. This is the card flexible, and then it says essential meanings. Teachability, open-mindedness, being adaptable without compromising what's most important. I like those short sentences. Then it has the oracle's message for the card. But then if you were to ask a relationship question, you can go to relationship message. If you asked a prosperity, career, work life, abundance question, there's a section for that. And then, as if that wasn't enough to learn, if you get, can't speak now, if you get the card reversed, you go to the protection message, which is here. So a lot of different things, and of course they're very similar. So it's not like, they're very different, but it's a lot to remember. So that makes them a little bit harder. But that said, they're wonderful to work with, and a lot of people actually love them so much that they have bought them. And I'm going to teach a workshop in Danish. If you're Danish and watching this, it's in November. There's one spot left, just in these cards, because people love them, but they have this same, they're a bit hard feeling like me. So I'm going to show them to you. Aren't they wonderful? They are very wonderful. I love this artwork. Sometimes I don't love the artwork on pictures, on cards, the pictures on cards. I can't speak today. But really, I love these. I love the colors. I love the setup. I love that they have borders. I just love everything about them. And the quality. Oh, now I'm about to lose my microphone there. I love the quality of the cards. They have this gold edge. I love that. I'm sorry. I'm my husband always teases me if I see a pair of shoes or anything that's gold, I'm gonna go for it. I am a blingy girl that way. Not so much with jewels, but stuff and shoes. If there's gold on it, I'm gonna buy it. Love these, and the quality is they don't bend easily, or they don't have frayed edges or anything, so they're wonderful. Just gonna see where can I put them so I don't drop them. I'm gonna show a couple more to you, and then I'm gonna go to another deck I've been using. Aren't they beautiful? They're very modern. I like that about them. Oh, this is one of my favorites. I love this card. They're very modern. And fresh, I want to say. They're very fresh in the colors. Love this one too. It's been coming up a lot lately for readings I've been doing. I love it. I love it. I love it. So yeah, just gonna show you a couple of more and then we're gonna move on. I hope this doesn't bore you. I love this part in other videos myself, because it gives me a chance to see decks that I don't know. Of course it's a little bit boring if you do know, then grab your tea or coffee and and then wait for me to be over with this section. One of my favorite cards comes up a lot as well. Treasure Island. Never Ending Story. And Milk and Honey. And a rainbow. So, Wisdom of the Oracle, I've been using them a lot and I'm teaching a workshop in them. I love them, but they challenge me, and the more that I use them, the more they challenge me in a way. But I feel a connection and I can't let them go. So, another set of cards I've been using a lot lately, the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. I use them for my monthly draw for my patrons at patreon.com/whitelightangels. Again, the golden rim, or the golden edges, I guess it's called. I love it. I love it. And some of them have silver, but it's not as good as the gold. I love the gold. So again, wonderful quality. Wonderful artwork. I love, again, this is the kind of artwork that I love. Love, 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 love. Bridget comes up a lot as well. Don't back down. Love them. Mother Mary. I find this card really strange. Not that Mother Mary is strange, but the color compared to all the other colors in the set, it's very muted. So I'm always puzzled when it let me just see if I can hold them up. Can you see the difference? It's like, and it's only really pale card like that. So I'm always like, what's that? When it comes up. Green Tara. Beautiful. I mean, this is pale as well, but not both in pictures and in the edges or the frame. But the Mother Mary one is very, there's something weird about the color. So yeah, we have this is the picture on the box, and then I'm going to show you Irene and be done with that. Love them. They're very, I mean, Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine, they always say that this is the girlfriend deck, and I totally agree. I love going to this deck for just quick advice. I ask the deck sometimes, who is with me? Which goddess is with me today? Sometimes I ask it for, you know, advice, but it never fails. It's very, very, very accurate. I love this deck. So I'm just gonna show you another deck that I've recently purchased it, so so I've been working a little bit with it. It's still kind of new, so I haven't introduced it in readings on the channel or in private readings yet, but it's Oracle of the Dragon Fae by Lucy Cavendish, and this is the guidebook. It's, as you can see, a very big guidebook. It has a lot of text for each card. It has you know, this is Lady of the New Buds, and then it has the Lady of the New Buds speak, and then there's some channeled message. Then there's information, who is this figure. Then there's divinatory meanings, and then there's how to work with Lady of the New Buds. I usually start, I can't see me, usually start with divinatory meanings and working with Lady of the New Buds if I don't really want to sit and read for a long time. And I advise anyone who buys new cards to use the guidebook. First sit with the card, and then when you've gotten what you can get intuitively, then go to the guidebook and read, because it really is it's very it adds another layer, and it gives you a connection with the card for future use. So let's look at how they look. Wonderful, wonderful cards. Very much darker than the ones I've showed you so far, but I love them. I love the artwork on these. So dark and so vibrant in color, but I love them. See if I can stop the glare. They're very shiny. I love shiny cards, but they don't show so well on screen all the time. But beautiful, beautiful. And they're bigger. They don't have any gold edges though. But I can live with that. Beautiful. Look at this. The love is at the feast. Oh my gosh. Conscious aware eating. I've never pulled this card before, but it's so beautiful. Dragon Fae of Rebirth. This is beautiful dragons. And I want to share with you how I came about to meet this deck. I'd been meditating, and now we're gonna get into the woo-woo. Dragons kept popping up, and at first they scared the bejesus out of me. Because I'd never had dragons in my meditations, and it turns out that they're my spirit guides, one of many, and so after that I was a bit, okay, let's see if I'll meditate and meet them again, but I didn't think much about it. And then dragons kept popping up everywhere, and then I went to buy another oracle deck that they didn't have, and in the back, in between all the others, this wonderful box popped out, and I saw the word dragon, and I'm like, okay, what's that about? And then I just had to have them, and I did not regret it. They've been spot on, accurate. I've used them twice, I think, for personal readings, in-person readings, and even though I didn't know the deck, I knew exactly what they wanted to tell me, and they gave profound messages for the people I read for. So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful deck. Then I've just bought 2 new sets, so I'm only using them right now for me. They're both Denise Linn sets. The Gateway Oracle cards and the Native Spirit cards. They've been on my wish list for a long time, and so now that they arrived, first this one arrived actually, and I was like, where's the other one? Well, why isn't it in the mail? Because I ordered them at the same time. But I'm glad that they came separately, because it gave me time to play with this one before the other one arrived, and I love them. I mean, I don't just love them, I really truly connect with them. And again, I had these on my wish list for a long time, but an Indian popped up in meditation, and like with the dragons, I thought, well, okay, now it's time to get some cards that support that connection. So I'm just gonna go close my window because it's really cold now in here. I mean, I said it was warm before, but now it's cold. So I'll be back to show you these wonderful beauties. So stay tuned. And I'm back. The wonders of technology. So I have a profound connection with these, and they have turned out to be so accurate. I need the guidebook because not everything just immediately puts my intuitive powers into action. I will show them to you and explain why. Like this card, Thunderdrum. If that comes up, what does that mean? I have to go to the guidebook and read. I might get, you know, an intuitive hit if if I'm asking a question and I see it in the spread in a position, I get a small intuitive hit, but I don't know much about this symbol, so I have to read up on it before I can read just fluently. So that's why I'm taking my time right now to get to know these beauties before I use them on others. So right now they're my personal private deck. They're very shiny, as you can see, but I love that. I love that. Medicine bag. Of course, some of these I would know, like Great Mystery is kind of self-explanatory. Oh, I love that. I got this one the other day, and I knew exactly what it meant before reading the guidebook. Freedom Horse. Beautiful. Warrior of the Heart. I got this one the other day as well. Beautiful. I'm loving the artwork on these. I truly am. And I love that they have these little borders on top and on the top and the bottom. Don't know if you can see them, but they're different from each card. Like this one's very Celtic in a way. Look at this. Can you see if you can see the border? Can you see? It's kind of Celtic. Whereas this one, let me see if I can find one. They're kind of different. This one is very much for me. Talking Stick has a very Native American, even maybe Peruvian pattern. See if you can see the border. Can you see? Maybe it's better to see in the bottom. So I love, for me, I don't know if it's meant to have a message, but for me it does. When I see this white buffalo, it speaks to me that there's something different about each card. So that's how I connect with these cards right now. Spirit Keeper of the East. Beautiful. Very pretty cards. Very pretty. Sacred Mountain. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love the mountains. I don't have any mountains in my country, but I love them. Grandmother Earth. Beautiful. A tracker. And I love that the guidebook comes with new types of new types of readings that I didn't know about. Let me see. Now it's stuck. Here we go. The 4 directions spread, where you take the north, the east, and the west and the south, and they each represent something. I didn't know that one. And so it has a 5-card spread, which is kind of a similar spread that is in the Gateway Oracle cards. But here it is messages from your higher self, and then from Grandfather Sky, and then from Grandmother Earth, and then from your ancestors, and from your future self. And I don't remember what she calls them in the other set, but I think it's, well, we can see what's the difference. What's the difference? But Grandmother Earth and Grandfather Sky, I hadn't thought about, looking into messages from them. Here it is. Here it's messages from the angels and the Devic kingdom, and messages from Mother Earth and your master guide and your ancestors. Yeah, and your ancestors and your higher self in the other set. So that's a tweak on the reading, and I love that. I love that. I will say that I've been using the spread. Look, by the way, look at them. Aren't they beautiful? Sometimes the backs are a bit boring on cards, but these are beautiful. Beautiful. I've been using the what needs to be healed, how to heal the blockage, and future outcome spread with these, and they're so on point. I can only recommend them for that, for any kind of healing journey. So then the last ones are the gateway ones. When they came, I was a bit disappointed. I'll say that. First they came, I was like, looking at the artwork, I was like, they're a bit childlike. I don't know if I like that artwork. I don't know if the colors but as soon as I shuffled them, as soon as I started reading with them, I was over that, and now I love them. I love them. And there's, for me, now the artwork makes total sense. Total sense. It is very much I don't know what that's called, a technique, I would say, that I'm not usually drawn to, but it works so well for conveying messages. I intuitively get it immediately. So they're very muted, not, well, yeah, they're both vibrant and muted at the same time. It's hard to explain. And then they have this childlike quality about it, like you were reading a children's book. I guess that's how I feel, especially this one. But when you read with them, it doesn't matter, because then they're perfect. Perfect. So don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a pair of a set of oracle cards, well, deck of oracle cards, I can't speak now, by the artwork, because the artwork might actually be just, see, I wouldn't like this picture if I were to look at it and like it for liking it, but it works for divinatory purposes. It works, and in that sense I love them. It's so weird. I didn't know that that could happen. Now I know. So I'm gonna show you a couple more, and please, in the comments below, if you do have any comments to these decks, what you feel about them, leave your comments. If you have some other decks that you are just loving at the moment, please write and tell me what they are. We're ending with this one, Healing the Past. Isn't it pretty? I think that one I'm liking, even just for the picture's sake. So, I don't know what it is about them. They're wonderful. Even though the artwork, in a way, this is the back, was a bit, what? So different from what I'm used to, but that's a good thing, I've learned. That's a good thing. Tea break. So, I'm gonna show you, just gonna jump around on my page now. I'm gonna show you, now that we are in the oracle cards section, what I use to clear my oracle cards and myself and the space with when I do readings. I use a very traditional, I would almost say, but many use it. It's again roots in with the Native American Indians. White sage. I use this big white sage stick, and then I don't put it. I have this abalone shell, and I don't know if you can see it. I have these pebbles in the bottom because it gets quite warm, but I don't put it like this and wave around with my feathers because it gets too hot to hold. I wish I could do that. I need another bowl for that, so I just hold it like this and walk around the room, and it smells divine. And of course there's different kind of qualities. Some smell more than others, and this one I just got from the local health food store. Yeah, for not a lot. I don't know how it would translate into dollars, but it was kind of, okay for the size. So I just for the purpose of me not having 3 arms and hands, so I'll hold the the bowl will be standing on the table, and I'll hold the stick, and the smoke will go upwards, and I'll hold the oracle cards, and just wave them through the smoke a couple of times. So that's one way, and of course you can smudge the room and yourself with it, and cleanse that way. Another way I like is with essential oils, and I use lavender, and that is more for after. I like to I also have this one, which is a spray, a room spray. This is for you know, a burner, if you put it in an oil burner, but it smells divine. You don't even have to unscrew the cap, and it just smells so wonderful. This one's, they're both organic, I think. Yeah, they're both organic. What was I saying? Yeah, after totally scattered today. After smudging, I will spray the room, or put the oil burner on to round off with the lavender. And it might be another, it smells so good, I wish I could let you smell it. It might be another scent for another period in time, but right now I'm digging the lavender. And this one is a, if you're Danish and watching, from Urtegården, the herb garden. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it from the glare, but Urtegården. And so you can get those from wherever you are in the world, whatever brand is there. And this one is from Primavera. So I guess this one is more international. Primavera organic room spray with lavender. Wonderful stuff. And yeah, you just, I like to shake the bottle a little bit, and then you just, I hope I didn't spray the camera. And that's it. And of course this doesn't stay as long as in the room as the other one does, because it keeps burning. So yeah. Now that we are in the spiritual stuff, practices, things I use otherwise for my spiritual health, I would say, without sounding too lofty about it. I mean, it's not every day I walk around smudging and, you know, using the lavender, but I use it frequently. So I'm just gonna reposition here. Another thing I do like to use when out and about, if you are an empath like me, then you're kind of like a sponge. I have I mean, other people's energies affect me, and so I have to all the time take good care. It's a part of my self-care routine, just to take good care of myself. And if I feel frazzled, if I have a period where I know every time I go out into crowds I get stressed, at the moment I have a hard time dealing with it, I have this one in my pocket. And it's Bach's Rescue Remedy as a spray. You can get them as drops as well, but I like this one. Have it in my coat pocket, and it's very discreet. You just do this on your tongue, and it's a bit of alcohol at first. I don't drink, so for me this is like it has all the flower remedies of the drops as well, and it's easy to use on the go. And they also come as pastilles. They're easy on the go as well to pop. One of those is like a candy. I think it's even sugar free. Very, very good. It instantly calms me, so I can better navigate the supermarket or being in a bus with a lot of people. I have a hard time dealing with that most of the time. I have good days, but most of the time it's like I can feel everybody's energy. And though I do grounding practices and shielding practices and stuff, I'm like an introvert. I like my own space. I don't like to be squished up against other people and their energy. So totally I recommend that. It's not very expensive. You can get it online. I buy mine in at the drugstore. Yeah. Matas if you're Danish. So another thing that's good for if you do readings like me, or any other spiritual work where you are exchanging energies with other people, I find salt to be a wonderful, wonderful remedy. A wonderful remedy for helping with rinsing off other people's energy and refreshing your own and grounding yourself. And so you can use salt in many ways. You can use them as salt lamps. You can, if you have a tub, you can take not a shower, not you can take a bath in the tub. But if you only have a shower, you can do a salt scrub. And most of the time, I just use regular Himalayan sea salt and some oil, either olive oil or avocado oil, and I just scrub myself in the shower. Not the face, just the body. But when I have to splurge, I use these. See if I hope it doesn't leak if I show it to you on its head. And it's a salt scrub. I know it's blue. We'll talk about that in a minute. It's a salt scrub from Bell and Stelton, which is a Danish brand, also called, well, I guess it's still called Bell and Stelton, but it would translate to bathhouse, and I think it's available online as well. But Bell and Stelton, which is a salt scrub, and this one is called Luna, both in English and in Danish. I have another one called Bed of Roses, that's på roser in Danish, and I have another one I forgot the name of, but they're wonderful. And it's a wonderful ritual to take a shower and scrub yourself and rinse off all the stress and just feel the calming, soothing effects. Of course, these ones they have essential oils and stuff in it as well, whereas if you just use the salt and the oil, you won't get that experience, but it works just as well, in my opinion. So let me see what I've written down I want to share with you otherwise. Yeah, that was the spiritual spiritual smudging and stuff, cleansing yourself. I want to show you the crystals I've been using lately. Lately I've been using 4 different kinds of crystals. Again, please write in the comments, what are you using? Or if you're using any of these that I show you now, what do you use them for? So, I don't know why, but I ordered a batch of raspberry aventurine. I never knew it existed until I saw a picture, and I was like, oh, gotta have that. And usually I don't buy my crystals online, but I just had to have them. And I ordered 6, and the most banged up crystal, the most banged up crystal in the lot, I of course felt drawn to, and it was this one. I don't know if you can see it. It's supposed to be smooth. It has a lot of nicks and cuts everywhere. I don't know if you can see it. And somehow that stone just wanted something to do with me. Don't know if you can see it. It's weird as it is. I find it very calming, very grounding. And I've been using it a lot before readings, during readings, after readings. Excuse me, tea break. So, of course it would have all the aventurine healing properties, but also because it's red and it almost looks brown. I notice here, but it is red, but it is a brownish red. It's very good for the root chakra. Then I've been using a snowflake obsidian. Again, I've never really paid any attention to this, but then it just popped out at me in the crystal section of my health food store, and I wanted it immediately, and I didn't know why. But I suffer from chronic pain. I have an old back injury, and this works wonders. And I found out afterwards that I felt drawn to it, that that is actually one of the properties for snowflake obsidian. So that's just how the soul works. The soul knows. So afterwards we can look it up in a book, and then our mind knows as well. And then I've been drawn to selenite. It's a very good crystal for cleansing and just meditating and doing spiritual work. Love that. I'm almost always drawn to selenite. And then I bought another batch online of smoky quartz. And this one has a wonderful shape. And I just had to have it for myself. I like to buy crystals for people who come to my workshops. And so I treat myself to one as well. I don't know if you can see, if I put it here, how it's more a smoky color. It's not the darkest smoky quartz ever, but I find it to be very purifying in a way. It's very good for what that moment we talked about, if you have absorbed other people's energies, or for pain. I've used it a lot for pain as well, pain relief. So those are my go-to crystals. I know I've been rambling for hours almost. It sounds like I'm talking my head off or your ears off. I hope not. So let's quickly go to this next section, which is music. I want to share with you. I love calmradio.com. Calmradio.com I can listen to free, but if you want to don't have any commercial breaks, you can pay a small amount every month, and they have so many channels. And what did I write? Spa and Balance are the two channels I'm drawn to at the moment. Spa and Balance at calmradio.com. I love just having it in the background for when I'm drawing or well, not drawing, coloring. I don't draw, but I color. Or when I'm doing my meditation, or when I'm doing Pilates, or working even. It's good for so many things. But another thing that just came out, it's so new, I think I bought it yesterday or the day before, is this album. I'm gonna show it to you if I can. No! What happened? Don't do that. Like this. Technology. White Elevation. And this is Lorelei with David Rosenkilde, if I was to say it in English. David Rosenkilde. And it's an album. I will link to it. Right now it's only available for download, but she says it's coming, I think, before Christmas as a CD. White Elevation. Crystalline music for soul journeying, meditation, and spiritual transcendence. It is 3 amazing tracks of guitar and crystal singing bowls. I mean, it's amazing. So, White Elevation. I hope that you that you find it inspiring and as wonderful as I do. I can't wait for her to make more music. So let's get on with this long video. As I said, I'm not gonna do one each month because that's just too much, and also these are things that I've accumulated over the last past month that I've worked into my life. That's my spiritual journey. So don't expect don't think that every month I'm just finding new stuff in these quantities. This is over a longer period of time. So let's see what I want to share with you otherwise that might inspire you. Well, meditations I've practiced. I've been doing chakra clearing. Very simple. I like Belinda Davidson's. I will link to hers if you want a guided meditation. Sometimes I just listen to those music channels from calmradio.com and do my own. Just picturing the chakra where it is, focusing on its location, and infusing it with the color, its natural color. And I've been doing aura cleansing, very simple aura cleansing, where I every morning close my eyes and imagine this white cloud, almost even over my head, just pouring down over me, and cleansing my aura. And when it reaches the ground, it just goes into the ground and becomes part of Mother Earth as something new, something positive, something nourishing. Very simple, but very important work to do, especially if you do a lot of spiritual stuff like readings for other people, to keep your own energy centers clear. And then I've been doing grounding into Mother Earth. I've been enjoying my garden now. It's getting colder, so I don't know how much I'll be sitting on the ground, but just sitting on the ground on the lawn just connects you to Mother Earth, or standing and imagining that there's roots coming down from your soles of your feet into the ground and connecting like roots from a tree. I like to look at a tree while I'm imagining myself being a tree, growing roots so that I can pull up nourishment from Mother Earth. And so so nature has been a big part. I've been out in my garden a lot, and I've been by the water with a friend. See if I can clip I took a video, see if I can clip it into this video so I can show you the view from this wonderful lake that she brings me to. She bathes while I meditate because I can't swim very well. Next year maybe. Next year I'll learn. Anyway, I like to look at the water and meditate while she swims. So that's kind of been my spiritual practices inside out, cleansing my aura, grounding myself into the soil, and using Mother Nature. Just being. I mean, you don't even have to do anything by the water or on the lawn. Just be with nature. So let's move on to what do I want to share with you. Recent courses I've been doing. I'm doing a lot. Too many. So I'm kind of only halfway through, or behind on many of them. But I have been I'm behind. Well, not, you can't really be behind, but I've stopped my fairyologist course by Doreen Virtue because I didn't have time, but I'm looking forward to getting back into it. I think I'm halfway through. And then I'm halfway through again the Life Purpose Divination course by Tori Hartman. She's the one that created the Chakra Wisdom. Is that what they're called? I can't see them from here. Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards, I think they're called. Love that course, but I'm only halfway through. What I did finish was a beginner's course, a basic course, very simple, easy course from Hay House University, hayhouseu.com, with Judy Hall on crystals. And I also borrowed this from the library from her, the Crystal Bible. I also borrowed a big one, but it has a lot of crystals in it, like you can just look up everything. And so she has a wonderful course, easy to follow, just basic information, and I loved that course. So and I'm just about done with watching a Reiki Basics course with Torsten Lang, also on Hay House University. Love their courses. And these ones, the Crystal course by Judy Hall and the Reiki course by Torsten Lang, were very inexpensive. Some of them, of course, are more expensive than others. I have some on my wish list. But these ones, I got them for $25 each or something. So very inexpensive. So, well, now that I showed you a book, why don't we go to books? I'm sort of going toward the end here, so hang out a little while longer if you can. If you have any more tea left in your cup, hang on. So I want to show you this beauty that just came in the mail 2 days ago. No, yesterday. Came yesterday. Willow's East Intuitive Journal. A year of intuitive journaling with your tarot, Lenormand, or oracle cards. And I saw this one in another one of these videos on YouTube, and I can't remember who it was. It might have been Imogen Walters. I think it was. The one I mentioned her in the beginning of the video, but this is just very simply a journal for pulling a card each day. I wish though that it had more space for each card. I mean, I have trouble limiting myself to that little space. But anyway, cards for the week, cards for each day. So I just started it, and then you can do. Then there's a section for monthly cards if you do a monthly draw, and then one yearly in the ending of the book. Let's see if I can find it. Yearly draw. So I love this, though I do, because just want to say I love this because it's dedicated for that. You can buy a journal, any kind of journal, and do it on your own, and then you can have as much space. But I love that it has designated spaces, and it's also a beautiful design. I just wish that it had more space for each card. It's by Gretchen Pearl. Her name should be much bigger, but it is there, Gretchen Pearl. And so what I've been reading, what I've been inspired by, is Sonia Choquette. So I'm actually, and these are in Danish, but I'll tell you what they're called in English. I've gotten them from the library. Walking Home is this one called in English. Vejen hjem in Danish. And it's about her walking the Camino and all of her reflections, and it's after she lost her dad and after her marriage broke down. Very inspiring. I'm not very far into it, but very inspiring so far. And I love listening to Sonia Choquette on Hay House Radio. Another one from Sonia Choquette is Ask Your Guides. Spør dine guider. Ask Your Guides. It's wanted to say standard. It's not standard, but it's one of those books that tell you how to get into contact with your, I can't speak now, I've been speaking so long, into contact with your guides and angels. I've read a lot of these. I like the insights and the ideas she has. It's very down to earth, very practical actually. Very much things you can, it's anecdotes and stories from her own life and her clients' lives, and very easy instructions. Like, let's see if I can find one, like how to do automatic writing, easy steps. Let's see. Of course you can never find it when you have to tell people. Yeah, it's just short and to the point, unlike me in this video. And so we're about nearing the end. Things that make me happy, and happiness is a important cornerstone of a good life. Happiness is not something, I would say, not something to strive for, but more try to live happiness, because that is how happiness comes into existence. It's not something you can chase and then attain, but you can choose to be happy by doing things that pleases your soul. Is that too? I don't know. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. And one of those things are reading fiction, reading books in general. But when I read fiction, I totally relax. I love to write fiction. I love to read fiction. And again, I've been raiding the library. So I've been reading the Off-Campus series. Now, again, this is in Danish, but it's the Off-Campus series by L. Kennedy. And so this is the third one in the series. I wonder what it's called in English. What's it called? It's called The Score in English, but it's the third one in the series. But it's the Off-Campus series. Very light read. Very very good for the beach or any kind of holiday. It's very chicklit, sexy, funny. Very easy to read. I love it. Lifts my spirit. And the last thing I want to share with you in this very long video, I'm sorry if you think I'm rambling on. I'm just gonna put them over here. Is coloring. I've mentioned that already a couple of times. And the new coloring book I got, of course, is this one. Can you see it? It's Doreen Virtue's Messages from Your Angels coloring book. I don't know if I dare show you my colorings because I don't think I'm very good at coloring. I just love coloring. I don't know if I want to show them to you. I don't want to show them to you. Maybe I'll show you this one. This one isn't so bad. I just love coloring. I know I'm not skilled at all, and that's not where my creative abilities lie, but it's so fun. I mean, I have more coloring pens and stuff like that than when I was a child now. My mom likes to make fun of that. But it's so relaxing and it's so fun, and you can listen to music. I like to listen to either music, webinars with, I've been listening to a lot of Colette Baron Reid's webinars lately because I've gotten her what is that called? Pre-order bonuses, that's what it's called. I bought her new book, Uncharted. And I pre-ordered it, and then you got access to a lot of inspiring conversations between her and other thought leaders in the spiritual field. And so I've been listening to that, or Hay House Radio, while coloring. And so what I love about this one, for people like me, who is not very what is that? Who's motor skilled? I don't know how. No, that's not what it's called. Is it called that? It's not very good at coloring inside the lines. I love that. I'll see if I can show it to you. That there's big fields to color. Some of the coloring books I have, it's so tiny, and of course I have tiny pens and all that, but my eyes can't really see it, so I always draw outside the lines, and I hate that. It really pisses me off, and then it spoils the fun for me. So I like these broad fields to be colored, and I use these. I want to show I'm much more of a pen type than a crayon type. I love coloring with pens, and I use Faber-Castell. Is that what they're called? Faber-Castell. Faber-Castell. I don't know if you can see it. I use those pens a lot. I have a lot of them in a lot of colors. I love their tips. Let's see if I can show it to you. They're very easy to draw with. Very easy. And they have a lot of pigment in them. I'll show you the box for one of my my brown ones. Faber-Castell. I love them. It's artist pens. Oh my gosh, I'm an artist. It's what does it say? It says pigmented India ink, extremely light, fast, waterproof, permanent, odorless, acid-free, pH neutral, and available in 58 colors. I love them. Love them. And when I purchased the coloring book here from Doing Virtue, I also purchased some metallic pens. I love having shimmery colors or glittery colors, but these ones were suggested by Amazon when I bought the book, and I was like, yeah, they look nice. I want those, but they're kind of not. Well, they're good. I don't have anything against them, but they don't come out as the colors on the box. That was what I was expecting. I thought they would be those colors. And it's like nail polish, isn't it? Sometimes you buy one and it doesn't look like that at all, yeah, when it goes on the nail. But I love them anyway, and so they're called Paper Mania Metallic Pens, Shimmery Colors from Doc Crafts. What is that? It's also acid free and non-toxic. So yeah, dries with a metallic finish. And so, my dear friend, I think I've probably showed you everything I own by now. It feels like that. But I wanted to give you a behind the scenes look into what I draw inspiration from, and how I keep my energy happy. I mean, well, all of these things that I've shown you, they support me in leading a happy life, an intuitive life, a life where my soul is happy and where my body is as healthy as it can be. We all have things. I mean, I have chronic pain, and oh my gosh, now I've got a dog hair in my eye. That's of course the perfect ending. Oh my gosh. Well, see if I can ignore it. There it was. See, life isn't perfect. We all have no, we don't all have chronic pain. We all have problems. I have chronic pain, or, and been dealing with a lot of side effects from that. But we can heal ourselves on many levels by taking good care of ourselves. And so what I've shown you is my favorite ways of taking care of my mind, body, and soul at this moment in time. You don't have to do all of these things. Just, I hope that it inspired you, and I so want to know what you are doing for your mind, body, and soul care at the moment. I've shown you how to take care of my aura, how to take care of my energy field, how to take care of my mental state of mind, my body. Well, I haven't shown you what I'm eating. That's not very interesting. I'm not a good chef or anything, but for me, it's a holistic approach, from everything to the tea that I drink to how I shower. I hope it makes sense. I hope I'm not rambling. I hope it makes sense. But for me, we have this one life right here in this form, and then we're on to the next if we believe in that, or if we don't, then it's over. But most of the people watching here probably believe that there's something more. I do. But it's about supporting yourself in having as good a life as possible. And it's not about buying things, and it's not about doing things, but we can do things and we can buy things that support us in feeling good. And some things don't cost much, some things are expensive. But I mean, most of the things I've shown you haven't cost me a lot at all. I mean, books, for instance, you can go to the library a lot of the time. I love to do that. Or ebooks, very cheap. But yeah, I think I'm gonna conclude this video now. It's been long enough as it is. I am going to link to it all, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you and seeing you on the monthly readings. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Bye.